ZeroMills was founded in response to growing trends in the public, private, and nonprofit sectors that painted a narrative that we don't believe in. The reality is, over time, companies, employers, nonprofits talk about being military friendly. I think military friendly falls short in a workforce where veterans are unemployed at 3-4%. And that's going to be consistent. If there's a skills gap of 10.5 million jobs, companies need to go beyond military friendly. And there is a real business case to be made to create cultures that are thriving and not just friendly. We need to flip the script and talk about veterans in the context that they bring really, really great value to an employer. The employer is competing against everyone else that's military friendly. So from our lens, military thriving is not the right thing to do. It's right for your business. ZeroMills describes a state of perfection. Once you achieve ZeroMills, you can hit your targets. You can achieve your goals and objectives. And that's really what we want to do for companies that are interested in going beyond military friendly. Military thriving is not just about helping a service member or a spouse or a veteran find meaningful employment. That it only is one thing that we believe veterans and military spouses need to thrive. There are 4 other things: a sense of purpose through continued service, a connected community. We need a tribe. We had that in the military, and oftentimes when we leave, we feel alone and isolated because we don't have that tribe. The 4th thing is health: physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional well-being. Listen, what other profession do you have? What other employer do you know gives you an hour to 90 minutes every day to work out physically so that you do better mentally? Employers aren't doing that. And the last thing is the kit bag. Those things we need to constantly seek self-improvement. The kit bag is a military term. We used to say, if you find something good that you can take on your mission, you laminate it, you put it in your kit bag, and you take it to the field. It's the same thing for employers: education, certifications, trainings, having a mentor, being a mentee. These are things that are fundamental to thriving. And we've lost sight of that. We've lost sight that work is not the only thing that defines us. And that is what employers and communities and organizations must do. They must create environments where we get those 5 things. And if you do, you will never lose a person, because other employers aren't doing it. Other communities aren't doing it. That's what ZeroMills is all about, except we are bringing hundreds of years of experience together to do that for those companies. Once we aligned on the culture piece in companies and universities and other organizations, we decided to look at a much more visionary mission for ZeroMills, and that's where we brought in the community piece. Because essentially what we're saying is, across this country, there are 10.5 million unfilled jobs. 10.5 million. So all 50 states are facing these massive skills gaps. And in certain regions of the country, they're in very specific industries. So ZeroMills created a military thriving community playbook in order to address those skills gaps. So the same way we're talking to companies about filling jobs and retaining good people, we're talking about communities about attracting really good employees for your employers, small business owners, and residents. And that is how economies grow. That is how change is made. That is how you realize impact at the local level. That's what military thriving communities is all about. For companies, universities, nonprofits, and communities that want to learn more about what ZeroMills is doing, the best thing to do is to go visit our website at ZeroMills.com. They can also reach out to us directly at thrive@zeromills.com to set up a meeting, a consultation about what we're doing to create military thriving cultures and communities.